I lost $10,000 on a single trade. Not because the market was crazy, not because my strategy failed, but just because I failed to follow my own rules. Today, I'm going to break down exactly what happened so you don't make the same mistake. If you're serious about trading, you definitely want to watch this into the end. At the time, I had a few solid wins under my belt. I had a nice winning streak. I was feeling really confident. I would say even too confident. And there was this setup that I saw. The setup looked good. The momentum was there. It was also one of my A+ setup as well. So guess what I did? I decided to went in with bigger side than usual. I would say way too big. This right here was the first rule I actually bought because I actually doubled my size. And I had this rule, even if I have a winning streak, I feel confident, I shouldn't go and just double my side all at once. My position size increase needs to happen step by step. I actually went big on that trade thinking this is going to hit big, and again I felt confident, so I entered that trade with way more money than I usually do, and you can probably guess what happened next. The trade turned against me right away, but instead of taking the small loss, guess what, I fought because I was so confident about this trade. So I told myself it will bounce back. I even added to the position second red flag in this trade. That's the second time I'm breaking another hook. At that point, that's when I knew I wasn't trading anymore. I was mainly hoping. I ignored my stop loss, I broke my holes, and just like that, by holding the trade too long and I was trading 0 TT, I was done $10,000. Not in a week, but in a day. So just imagine the psychological aspect to that. It was crazy, it was painful. So what I learned that day had nothing to do with strategy and everything to do with discipline. It wasn't about the setup, it was about me. And I actually realized that trading is a mirror. It shows you who you are under pressure, and that's exactly what happened with me here. So I wasn't really ready for this trade. I had no max loss holds, no risk cap, and I traded based on emotion when it went against me because I was so sure about that trade. I was so confident, so my emotion was just the main driver of this trading decision. So many trade based on emotion and not execution. And guess what? I never want to actually deal with stuff like that anymore. So I had to find a way to actually avoid it. So now this is how I try to avoid this type of situation. So first, I set a daily max loss for my trading day. If my daily max loss is hit, I decide to walk away and I'm done for the day. The next thing I have is to actually control my size so my emotion is not too much involved, because again, we trade with money. So the higher the amount of money involved in a trade, the higher your emotional involvement will be on that trade. So I try to actually be neutral about that. That's something you need to actually do at the most individual level. You need to understand, okay, what amount of money make you more anxious about the trade, or why you don't really care if you lose it. So you need to actually figure it out. So that's something I have to work for a couple of weeks, a month to actually deal with that. Again, this trade is one of the trades I took on one of my early days, and it was really painful. The next step is pretty much like develop the habit to journal my trade, especially the emotional ones. Those are the ones that actually need to be journaled the most, and actually have a deep dive to know, okay, what's going on, like this one. So you don't have to repeat that, because those emotional trades can be really costly, and it can actually cause you to blow your account. If you're watching this and you are on a losing streak, or you actually had a bad loss, a big loss, I need you to understand that you're not alone. But you have to understand that you need to learn from your losses. That's how you go. Well, if you like this kind of video, do me a favor, drop a comment and let me know your biggest trading mistake. Let's be real about this game. It's not just about like P&L and profit. It's mainly about psychology as well. If you want more honest trading content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and join the journey. I'm sharing everything I've learned the hard way for the past 6 years, so you don't have to commit the same mistake. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.